Ah, fishing. It's fine by itself. What happens when you add a splash of Lovecraftian horror to liven things up a little? You get dredge. When nightmares become manifest in the water at sundown and mutant fish keep reeling up, a lone fisherman must sail these tumultuous seas to find fish, fortune, and possibly Cthulhu. The first stop is our small fishing village to meet the colorful cast of characters that await you. The friendly fishmonger, who will buy your catches no matter how twisted or otherworldly they are. Extra eyes mean extra protein, after all. He's a little loony, but he's the only guy who will buy your catches early on, so just smile, keep out of slicing range, and collect your pay. In a fish-based economy, you really can't afford to snub this guy. And the shipwright lady, who upgrades your ship and fishing gear. She's so good, she even upgraded her own 4-head into a 5-head. She doesn't have the most personality, but anyone who can turn driftwood and rusty metal pulled off the ocean floor into cutting-edge equipment is well worth befriending. And the lighthouse lady, who periodically appears to make vague, cryptic statements and just generally be mysterious. Is it a rule that all lighthouse keepers everywhere in every fictional setting are unhinged loners? After all introductions have been made, it's time to head out on the water. After unmooring my little boat, which in honor of the theme I had named the Lovecraft, I was ready for adventure on the high seas, or as it turns out, in the little bay just outside of town, because your starting ship is slow, and if you want my advice, your first order of business should be scraping together the funds and materials to have 4-head lady upgrade your engines, or else good luck getting anywhere before nightfall. If you want money, you better catch yourself some fish. Fishing in dredge is like fishing in pretty much every game with fishing. Go to the fishing spot, drop a line, push the button at the right time, and reel them in. Play a round of inventory Tetris, and repeat. There are nets and crab pots too, just in case fishing is too intense for you and you want something even more passive. Oh, and dredging, which is just fishing for crafting materials. The townsfolk caution you against night fishing, and they are right to do so, for that is when dredge's deadliest foe emerges. Rocks that are hard to see. Yeah, pretty mundane, but those rocks will still mess up your day if you're not careful. Not only because of risk of death, your ship can only take so many hard knocks before it sinks, but the risk of annoyance. Every bump damages a part of your ship and knocks out a section of your hull until you have it repaired. If that bump happens in a spot where you have equipment, it gets disabled. Lose your lights and you're blind at night. Ram your rod and no more fishing. Mangle your motor and just cry because getting your engines knocked out when you're miles away from a repair spot sucks. And all you can do is chug along at a snail's pace until you reach a port. If that sounds more inconvenient than dangerous, that's because it is. Dredge is quiet, peaceful, a little dull maybe. A cynical man might call it boring, but to be fair, maybe you shouldn't play a fishing game looking for action and excitement. This isn't Call of Duty. Don't expect a roller coaster of cinematic thrills. Where would they even put a roller coaster in this game? Under the sea? For the fish? If you want more from the game, sail out to the open ocean and find some adventure. You'll help those in need, solve puzzles, and brave dangers, which will all somehow take the form of catching the right fish. I mean, fishing's what we're here to do, of course, just don't expect too much variety. Whatever issue is at hand, whoever it is that needs help, expect a fish-based solution. I'm sorry to hear about your troubles, miss. Perhaps this eel will solve your problem. The main mission, however, is trying to figure out what's causing all this otherworldly eeriness to bubble up, and for that, we have to help out our local occultist. A man with a mysterious past and unexplained sorcerous powers, who we will immediately trust without question and sail to the 4 corners of the earth to fetch him occult artifacts. You'll journey to remote and hazardous locations to get the job done, but not so remote that the game's merchant NPC can't sail out on a raft and set up shop, apparently. No island is too distant for her to make an appearance, offering every service under a single roof and reminding you that you're playing a video game. This is probably my biggest gripe with Dredge, and it's a minor one, but it's worth mentioning. It's hard to ignore that some corners were cut. The copy-pasted merchant is one, but there are quests that feel like they should lead to something that just go nowhere, and other stuff that just isn't very well thought out. The guy who buys trinkets has no reason to exist. You find jewelry, put it in your inventory, and bring it to him to sell for money. That's exactly what fishing is. It's completely redundant. The only reason this guy exists is because it would be weird to find treasure chests full of fish. Also, I know Dredge isn't supposed to be hard, but I wish there was something in this game that's genuinely dangerous. I was poking around the cliff area when the resident sea monster decided my boat didn't have enough teeth marks in it, and offered to correct that problem. When he got the drop on me, I thought I was done for, but as it turns out, getting mauled by a 50-foot beast does exactly the same amount of damage as gently bumping into a reef. Traveling at night is spooky, but not actually that dangerous. Just watch out for rocks and try not to get rammed by the phantom tugboat. Dredge isn't that long. I think it's 15-20 hours, give or take. Less if you rush, but that feels contrary to the spirit of the game. I didn't touch the DLC. By the time the credits rolled on the main game, I was pretty fished out. I like Dredge overall, it's fine for what it is, and I enjoyed my time with it.